Yes. So is Trisha on?
Hello, everybody. I don't see Trisha yet.
Yes. Hello and welcome to Monday Night Live. So we are so glad you're here tonight. And we always start out the Mary Kay way. And she formed her company on God first, family second, career third. So we are going to go ahead and open with prayer. So if you'd like to join us, you can. And Mary, can I put you on the spot?
Sure. I
Thank
would be
you.
happy to. Oh, Father, thank you so much for allowing us to come together. And we just praise you and we bless your name and we ask blessing upon this meeting, Lord, that you give us wisdom to share and um, may everybody leave this meeting tonight enriched by ideas and cool things that we're going to learn. Thank you.
Amen.
Amen.
Thanks.
No problem.
Okay. All right. So we're gonna start out with we changed it up a little bit. So Tanya, do you want to go first with the good news?
Yeah, absolutely. Let me log into the group Facebook page. I did see a lot of people. A lot
There
of
were
you guys.
only two people that posted.
Yeah. So if you want to go ahead and start putting in the chat, maybe your good news, and we can go from there. Also, I'll go ahead and read up on the good news from the Facebook group. And I saw here that I want to say Jennifer Bowling Stafford had another successful messenger party, and she's so close to meeting her next goal.
Yes.
Congratulations, Jennifer. I also saw Susan here sold 20 domestic kits and still getting more donations. And she made diamond this weekend. Congratulations, Susan. Way to go. And then we also have Elin. She kept her baby alive. Oh my gosh, that's a win right there, Elin. Congratulations. Do we have any more good news that anybody else wants to put in the chat? If you do, go ahead and we can we'll recognize you throughout the event. But that's what I have so far. Do we have any other good news from anybody?
So if you want to come off mute, if you have good news, either real life, Mary Kay life, it doesn't just anything, life in general, we want to hear about it. Like 30 seconds. Tracy, go. Woo!
We have 12 days of school left, and I'm
Oh,
still alive and awake.
yeah. So, anybody else? Good news?
Marianne told
Life?
us they have a new granddaughter. Congratulations,
Oh, oh,
Marianne.
Uh-huh.
so, and Michelle said, I have more days than that. So, Michelle, she has a great social media. So, I don't get on Facebook a lot. I just get on, I do my business, my, my, if I have Facebook parties, or I check Royal Family, Team Brave, and then my customer page, the Joyful Hot Mess Express, I get off. So people are like, didn't you see that on Facebook? I'm like, no, I don't see anything on Facebook. But Michelle's, if your stuff pops up when I get on, then I see it. And her stuff pops up and it's so cute. It's so good. She posts a picture of her son and her. That was so cute. So, anyway, so if you want me to know anything, text me. Just remember, I still have an AOL account, girls. All right. Old school. Old school. Michelle is like, oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Oh,
My mother-in-law has the AOL still too.
good Gmail account. But I'm like, do I want another email account? I probably have like 10,000 messages in. So, anyways, so let's see. Anybody else? Good news. Elin kept the baby alive. That's good. Yep.
So
That's a
fun.
big win.
Yes.
Let's see.
I have another one. I got
Yes.
my new foundation in today that I got from Mary Catherine, and I tried it a little bit, but I need to try it like after I wash my face. But I tried it and I love it.
Good, good, good. Amy, can you come off mute? You tried it. You got it as a prize.
I only tried it on my hands, but it was like really like light. It was much lighter than I expected.
Well, I, if you do the comparison chart, I would be light ivory. And I was like, that's a little too light. So
Well,
then
I don't mean the shade. I mean like it's like lightweight. Like it was
Yes.
fluffy. It was
oh,
like
yeah.
I think it was Lori Hogg in a video that I seen where she said, I swear my skincare that I use before foundation, I can feel more than this new foundation. This new
Mm-hmm.
foundation is amazing and it covers fantastic.
Mhm.
So,
I wear C120 and I converted to medium 5. I'm wearing it right now and I love it. It's
yeah.
very light and it covers.
Mm-hmm.
That Karen, that's the one that I played with all of them because I was using medium 7 when we got our buzz kit. And so medium 5 is the one I settled on. I absolutely love it. I also played with the difference between matte and luminous. And that was shocking. Like I really like the luminous. And I have been outside in 85-degree weather painting and sweat proof, humidity, proof resistant. It's really true.
So I did like, I think I told you guys, I did not like the other Time Wise foundation, 3D foundation. It was so heavy, and I'm not a big makeup person, so I was like, oh, I don't like to feel like I have makeup on. So I was a total CC cream girl. And I know Mary's heard this story 100 times. But
So cool.
so we got it in our buzz kit, and I'm like, I'm a team player. I'll try it, you know? So anyway, I tried it and I was like, oh my gosh. And I was doing a video too for my customers. And I was like, oh my gosh. I'm like, I really like this, girls. And I told them too. I said I didn't like the other stuff, just being honest, because that's the way I am. And I'm like, you should have seen my face in that video. I was like, I really like this. I'm like, I don't feel like I have anything on. And then my Facebook party that I did last week, I was just showing them the two different foundations. And I sent Mary a picture, and I had CC cream on this side and the new foundation on the other side. And I was like, OMG. There's such a difference. The coverage is amazing, but I feel like I have CC cream on. So I'm totally sold. So, um, but what did you say, Michelle? Oh, she can't come off mute. So, anyways, and Elin said it's awesome. So, anybody else have anything they want to share before oh, there's Elin. Hi. We're so glad the baby's alive. Your baby's alive, and Tracy's cat is way alive. Really alive.
Now Val's face kind of says it all. She didn't see the thing earlier. We were talking about our wins, Val, and Elin put in the comments like, "Well, I kept my baby alive."
And in our leaders meeting, Tracy's cat kept walking in front. Just couldn't help but laugh the whole time. Oh, so Tracy's cat is alive. Elin's baby's alive. All's good. Amy, you look like your kids are alive. So, yep. Okay. And all our teachers on here, raise your hand. Okay, you're alive. There. Okay. So we're all good. Oh, anybody
We
else?
are hanging on by a thread.
Thread.
It's
So
like a hair thread. We're gonna make it.
you're gonna make it.
Send wine.
Oh.
Yeah, I was just going to say too, I've tried the new foundation. I'm on a medium 11 and I
Uh-huh.
really, really like it. And I never thought that Luminous would be my foundation because I've always been an oily girl. Even though the oily's going away, but I'm just didn't want any shine or anything. And this, it covers really well, and I don't see the shine, which is good.
Oh,
Mhm.
that's really good. And
Yeah.
then Kaya, my messages are all messed up, so I can only see it for a second. But you ask a question, and I'm not sure what you ask. So, um, if you want to ask it again, maybe it'll pop up for how it's usually on the side. I can't get it to go back. I pressed something a couple weeks ago, and
Kaya's
now it just
question says good for what? Or her comment says good for what?
good for what? I'm not sure, Kaya. Um, the teachers, are we talking about the teachers still being alive or the baby? Um, anyways, we're a piece of work tonight, let me tell you. So, um, but yeah, we want to hear from you guys. Do you have any questions or comments before we go? Well, Anna is, Mary is gonna give our announcements, but TK,
Yeah, I had a question about what Mary said about the new foundation being sweat proof. What do they mean by sweat proof? You don't come out and sweat, or the
So
sweat?
let me
Go ahead.
clarify. They don't say sweat proof, they say sweat and humidity resistant. You're still going to sweat. I was painting in the heat, and yes, I was sweating. Now, I was blotting, it might have been different if I was rubbing my skin, but I was absolutely shocked when I came in at the end of the day thinking, okay, I'm gonna have like nothing left on my face. And when I pulled
Okay.
out my micellar water, I had everything still left on my face. Like I could see it in the mirror too. It's kind of like when
Just
I would go
spot.
swimming with the CC cream, it was still on. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Were you using the oil blotters?
No, I didn't even think about my beauty blotters. I mean, I'm seriously, I was in our
Beauty
yard. If I
blotters.
could spin my computer around, some of you guys know, but we're building a house because ours burned down. So we have three
Right.
gable end trusses on the ground, and they're going to go like 30 feet in the air. So we're painting them first. So we were out there in the heat painting them before we lift them up. And I was just sweaty. And it wasn't really humid, but I was definitely sweaty. And all my
Okay.
foundation was still on. It was amazing.
Good.
Yes. And
Thank you.
and the good for what was when you said we're good, Cynthia. She was meaning, well, good for what?
oh. Oh,
Oh.
okay. Well, Mary, you go ahead with the announcements then.
All right, you guys, all of the announcements are in the royal family, but we're going to go through them. So, May, we have our Path to Paradise prizes that you can earn, the spring trend report, the slouch bag, the tote. I want to know who's excited. Put a 1 if you want the spring report, a 2 if you want the slouch bag, and a 3 if you want that beautiful tote that is pictured. While you guys are doing that, Mary Kay Ash's birthday is tomorrow. So it is a great time to share. You do not have to discount our amazing products. You can share and book, like, hey, have you never tried it? Who's ever tried it? Who's ever even heard of Mary Kay? Some people still haven't. That's a shocker. But utilize that as an opportunity to put it on your social media and share and reach out to your customers. We've got our final 4 winery tour experience, 3 wineries, lunch, dinner, and girlfriend time. Okay, I'm a little bit jealous that I'm not closer to you guys, so I can't go and enjoy this too. But so much fun. The points to paradise. Okay, I want a 5 in there, like high fives. Who's excited about the points to paradise? The Gucci glasses, I'm gonna probably chop the name, the Faragami purse,
Ferragamo. Ferragamo.
Ferragamo. Thank you. And the $2,000 voucher. It's my understanding those glasses are worth $400. I don't know about you guys. I'm not going to buy myself a pair of $400 glasses unless they're a prescription. I'm never going to buy myself a $2,000 purse because I'm going to take that $2,000 and buy lots of other stuff because Mary Kay will give us one. Why do we need to go buy one ourselves? So, and a cruise? that $1,000 voucher will pay for you and somebody else. Like, who would you take?
$2,000.
$2,000. Sorry, the $2,000 voucher would pay for you and somebody else. So, like, who would you take? Where would you go? Um, we've got our roll up and roll out domestic violence bags that you guys are still doing. I'm so excited to hear how many are going out. We've got our Rise and Radiate challenge. Let's see. Put an 8 in the chat if you guys are excited about the sashes, the bag, the bling button stuff. And speaking of bling buttons, seminars coming up. Is anybody not, maybe is way I should say, is anybody not planning on going? Because if you're not planning on going, then you should visit with us. It is like girlfriend time on steroids. Miss America, Grammys, everything all together. It is so absolutely amazing. And even if you are not like rocking it and you're like, oh, I'm not working my business enough to warrant it, go, because you won't regret it. You will not regret it. Best girlfriend time. Let's see. Super Saturdays. Make sure your calendar is marked for June 6th for our next Super Saturday. Price increases. This is a great reason to be able to reach out to your customers tomorrow on Mary Kay Ash's birthday. But price increases happen Saturday. So make sure that you're reaching out, giving your customers the opportunity to purchase at the lower price, maybe stock up, maybe just get something that they were going to message you next week for. And for yourself, what do you personally use? You need to make sure you have plenty of, or I think it's Cynthia always says, give yourself a pay raise. I think it's your Indulge Soothing Eye Mask or your hydrogel eye patches. You know, you sell them like crazy. And the satin lips that you were like, I stocked the last price check we had or price increase we had. You were like, I stocked up on those. I just gave myself a free pay raise. So let's see. Star Consultant is now to June 15th. So even if you're brand new at zero, there is plenty of time to be a star. We got the all-star prizes and the Royal Court Ring for 15,000 cumulative. I think that is all the announcements.
I think that's it. Thanks, Mary.
Yes.
Good job. Okay, so now I'm going to introduce our trainer, someone we all know and love, Karen Wilson. So she has been in Mary Kay for 17 years. She's been a member of the royal family and in the top 10 for 10 plus years or more. She lives in Valpo. She works full time at Olaf Homes, selling new construction. She is an amazing artist and an incredible interior designer and an awesome Mary Kay beauty consultant. Her goal, she loves helping women see their own potential. She loves God and she gives him all the glory. So I give you Karen Wilson.
Wow. Well, thank you. Yeah, it's fun to see all of you on tonight. And a couple of you, you've already heard some of this training. So hopefully you'll be able to give some input about how some things are going for you. So I took upon myself to do some training, invest in a training program about time management. And so I've been following a lady called Ruth Soukup, Soukup. She's written a lot of books. That's about all I'm going to say about her. You can look her up, and she has all kinds of little videos you can watch. She's on YouTube. She has lots of things, but she does this new program that's on time management. And she came at it from a different perspective than other people that I've listened to. And she talked a lot about goals. And she really caught my attention. And so tonight we're going to do part 1, and then next week we'll do part 2. And her overall philosophy is think big and plan small. So I want you to just let that settle in a minute. Think big and plan small. And so here's a thought for you. we're coming up to the end of the year. And what I'm going to talk about tonight is like really for everybody, whether you are 100% focused on Mary Kay goals, or maybe you have other things in life going on. Elin, you have a baby. I'm really glad the baby's alive too. Um, uh, we all have things going on. Sometimes, we can't do it all. And here's what I noticed, and I'm going to say the last 6 months. And I took a big step back intentionally because I found myself going in circles and doing like really busy, but I wasn't accomplishing things that I was trying to accomplish. And I kept getting really frustrated. And then I noticed that people I hang around were having the same things, and I'd hear them talk about all the stuff they're going to do in a day. Like they'd have a to-do list that was 20 items written down, and I'm going to do all these things today. And in reality, it was like, there's no way we could there's no way we could do it all. And so has anybody ever felt that way? I need to tell you too, I don't watch the chat because it distracts me. So I'm hoping you're just going to follow along. And so like put a 10 in the chat if you have that like you do way too much. There's no way you can get it all done, but you try, because that's what we do. So this Ruth Soup Cup, she gave her little talk and she said 92% of goals fail in the first 30 days. Okay, so have you ever had a goal and you didn't make it? Some of you have goals right now, and you're going to try desperately to meet those goals by a deadline, and you may or may not make it. And so any person sets the same goal 5 times before giving up on the goal. Not following through on a goal is the majority of people. So everybody go like this. Yay, I'm normal. Because give yourself a break. Like, don't beat yourself up. Not following through is the majority of people. The question is why is that happening? So why do some women follow through and others keep starting over? So what she found in lots of research is follow through women have a system, and they follow their system. Now, I know my close girlfriends that I hang around, you're all going, I love a system. I love me a good system, because we talk about that. And it's really true. Following a system versus people that don't follow a system. And so part of what we're going to talk tonight about is a system for helping you be more focused on your goals and achieve things. But first, I want you to think about, what goal have you wanted to achieve? So I want you to think of some goal, either right now, or maybe you've been trying to achieve something for a long time. I'm going to use a goal of, I've been trying to lose weight. I have been successful this last year in losing weight, not nearly as fast as I'd like to be, but I feel like I'm finally losing weight. I still have more weight to lose though. So what goal do you want to achieve? So here's some questions for you. How motivated do you feel when you think about that goal? Are you like, yeah, I'm on it. I'm highly motivated, or yeah, I'm not, my motivation is fading. Do you know what to do to be perfectly consistent and focused on achieving that goal? Or you're not like, well, some days you are, but not every day. Or maybe life is always getting in the way. I have great goals, but well, this happened and that happened, and whatever. The baby was up all night. No, not to pick on you, Elin, but I feel really bad because I remember those days. Maybe you had a family emergency. Maybe you're just tired. You had health issues. Something happened. How about something derails you? Something very emotional can happen and totally derail you. Has it ever happened to anybody? Maybe you're just trying to be perfect and you keep trying. It's not good enough. You're overwhelmed and you're trying to make it better. So it's not just you. This is pretty common to lots of people. So why do goals fail? Here's 3 specific reasons. Number 1 is you're not clear about what's important right now. Now, those are 2 important words, right now. We all have a general sense of things that we want to happen in our lives, and the desire is real. But the things we want to achieve are always competing with all the other things we have going on. So without clearly defining and staying focused and making a plan on it and really be focused, you will always be wavering in that area. So in the other group, when I was talking to Cynthia's group a couple of weeks ago, I mentioned there's quite a few, some of the directors, they're working on finishing their car production. And so car production can be really important, but it's not meeting the goal. Yes, it's important, but it may not be the real goal. By having the car and getting it, maybe that is an achievement in another area that's really important. Like you need a car and you don't want to have a car payment. Maybe it's a financial reason. That's the real reason that the goal is important. And if you don't understand that, you'll let yourself off the hook as you're working on a goal because you're not really clear about the goal and why you are working hard to achieve it. Have you ever had a goal lose out to other priorities? Well, I was going to do something today. Actually, today's a great example. I was going to do something today, and I just let other things get in the way. And I didn't get the one thing done. And so now I'm like, shoot, now I got to figure out how to do that. So when everything is important, nothing is important. You can't do everything at once. So one of the things, you're not clear. Number 2, you're not prepared. This is a big one. This got my attention a lot in her training. You're not prepared for resistance or self-sabotage when it comes while you're trying to achieve your goals. Sometimes resistance is disguised as, oh, I got to organize this. I can't make my booking calls because I need to file my papers first and make a list of people, and I need to do this, but I need to really clean off my desk. And yeah, anybody relate to that? My go-to all the time is cleaning. When I am not wanting to work on something or when I'm distracted, my resistance to achieving something, I turn to cleaning. I can clean a house fiercely. I can organize and dump drawers, clean them out, organize them, put them back together, but not do what I was supposed to do. So maybe it's perfectionism. Maybe it's doubt. You just doubt. You have self-doubt. You don't think you're qualified. You're afraid of what somebody else is going to say. I think a couple weeks ago, Mary Catherine, it was last week, she challenged you to think about somebody for the skincare trial. And who would be your person you're most scared to ask? And so we're not prepared. We might want to ask that person, but we're not prepared for how to do it. Or have you ever called somebody and you're super excited and they go, no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to buy that. I was really unhappy about that product. Or I only go to Ulta and buy my blah, blah, blah product. And all of a sudden you're like, what? Like, I don't know what to do now. Because it just like, totally it sabotaged what you were doing. You have all this resistance now and you don't know what to do. So what does resistance look like for you? What is your go-to for when you are resisting something? Actually, let's just stop a minute and whoever wants to come out mute, like say something. What is your resistance? What do you do when you're distracted? Anybody?
I sleep. Part of my
Take
I
a
go
nap.
back into
Take a
my
nap.
depression.
I love it.
Hmm.
Yep. Somebody else? I like to go watch a good movie. Oh, I'm just going to sit down and watch a movie or clean. I'll clean while I watch a movie. I feel more productive then.
I'm that person
Yeah.
that does exactly what you said. I'm like, oh, well, I have to do this first. And oh, well, I need to file this and blah, blah, blah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
way I feel like I distract myself with like, oh, well, it was also a priority to go for a walk. And even though a walk, you know, walking is good, but then I'm not focusing, like you said. So I think I do need to be better with the systems and yeah, I need to work on this to organize myself in several things, but I keep saying that financially I'm gonna, you know, see like several things that I need to work on. Anyways, it's kind of long here, but yep, I do distract myself with something else like, oh, now I need to wash the dishes, you know, first, like you said, like cleaning or something. Yeah.
Well, you guys
So
are cleaning, man. You can come over to my house when you're all stressed out. No problem. Come on over. Because that stresses me out. So there we go. We're going to make a good team.
and the thing is that the one thing I do like to do from like anything regarding cleaning is washing dishes. But I mean,
Oh,
I'm not
come
always
on
gonna be
over. I'll
doing
pick you
dishes.
up. I'll take you
Yeah.
out.
You can come to my house too. So
Anyway,
resistance is normal. Okay. So I don't know when she said resistance is normal, I'm like, oh, good. It made me feel better. It shows up for everybody. And here's a little fact. The bigger your goal is, the louder it happens. And so what happens in resistance is your brain, you're trying to do something your brain doesn't know how to do. And so there's been a lot of studies about your brain is trained to keep you protected. So when you have a really big goal, and like for myself, I'm total visual person. If I start thinking about something, I need to see it and I try to put it together, what it will look like. And if I can't put it together and see it all, like the steps and what the finished product is and how it will go, I just shut down. I'm overwhelmed. It's too much. And it's because my brain doesn't know what to do. So we have to, and that's a form of resistance. Your brain is saying, whoa, 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 wait. No, we don't do that. So if I said to you, okay, you all want to be Mary Kay directors. So in your head, just tell yourself, I'm a Mary Kay director. And right away, I'm sure you have some feedback happening. That's like really funny. Like that would never happen. I could never be that. Maybe and the reason the voices or the little feedback is coming is because there's nothing that is connecting to say that's possible. You have to give your brain the systems and the process to build the process so your brain goes, yeah, this feels good. Yeah, we can do this. I can do the next step. I can do this. I can do that. That's where resistance comes from. It's because our brain doesn't know what it's doing. There's all kinds of things too. There's internal resistance. That's your voice in your head that keeps you from action. There's external resistance, outside circumstances. You can always identify them because the words will come out. I don't have blah, blah, blah. I don't have enough time. I don't have the right resources. I don't have whatever. That's an external resistance. It sounds legitimate, but most of the time it's just protecting ourselves. Your thoughts create emotions. Your emotions create the actions and your actions create the results. Resistance will always show up. Number 3,
Karen,
you
can you
have
repeat that really quick?
Yep.
The
So your
thoughts.
thoughts, this is like a circle to your thoughts create emotions. And they could be good or bad. Your emotions create the action. And your action creates the results.
Thank you.
Guess what? When we don't make goals, why don't we make goals? Because there wasn't enough action supporting what needed to happen. And so, it always, like, if you go backwards, I need this result. Well, it's like we say, if you want to book 10 parties, what do you got to do? How many people do you have to call? And back it up and go all the way backwards, and then go all the way back to, how do you feel about calling that many people and getting a commitment from them? Because that's where your thoughts and emotions get in the way. So it's a circle and a cycle always going on. Number 3, you haven't built a structure and a support when things fail. Motivation doesn't last, it's just temporary. So the typical process for goals is you set a goal, you're pretty excited about it, you're going to work really hard for week 1. Week 2 is going to come along, and you're going to make the effort. And then week 3 comes in, and it's starting to get a little harder, and everything's not falling into place quite right yet. And so our motivation starts failing. This is really good. Your future self never feels urgent in the moment. The current you has too much urgency. Okay, so what does that mean? I have been thinking about this a lot lately, is when I go through a day, is what I'm doing satisfying urgency, or is what I'm doing supporting who I want to become or do by the end of a certain time frame? What you will probably find is you spend most of your day being an urgent self, because all you got to do is look at your to-do list. Is your to-do list things that have to be done today? Why do they have to be done today? Have you really thought about, do they have to be done today? And where is what's really important to you on your to-do list? Structure alone isn't usually enough. Do you ever feel unsupported in your goals? Like, I'd love to do that. I would love to have a beautiful home. I'd love to do this. I'd love to have a nice that or whatever. But it's not going to happen because of my kids or this or all that. And okay, I can't give 100% to my Mary Kay business because I just don't have enough time to do that. Or I don't know, so and so, my family doesn't support that. There's we all have lots of things. So just think about, how do you ever feel unsupported in your goals? But if your goals are for your future self and you feel you are unsupported, so the question is, well, okay, you're unsupported and you have a future self that you'd like to achieve. So what do you do with it? Do you just give up on it and hope it all works out? Because hope is not a plan and hope never works. Okay, so the people you see succeeding are rarely doing it alone. Change happens when your structure and support are in place. So it's really important that in goal setting that you have clarity, you have a good mindset, and you have community. Clarity, you know what you are really focused on achieving. Mindset, you are prepared for resistance and how to talk to yourself, and instead of self-sabotaging, how are you going to overcome it? There's a plan, a system for it. And then you have community. You have a system in place with community. Now, we're really lucky in Mary Kay because that is something that we do pretty well in terms of our Mary Kay business. There's always community supporting each other. I used to say when we met in person, we'd say if somebody like tripped walking up to the podium, we'd say, "Good job, you did so good." Like we were always so positive, and we were always helping each other. Now we're online all the time, and we still can support each other and laugh, and we know there's people out there for us. We just have to tap into it and have a plan on how to do that. Okay, so now what I need you to do is I need you to draw a circle on your paper. And 1, 2, like a pie, you're going to make a pie, a circle, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're going to make that pie make it have 6 slices. So I'm going to hold my book up. I don't think you'll be able to see it because I can't do this right. Nope, it's not going to work. Okay. So just make a pie circle and make sure you have 6 wedges, like pieces of pie. The middle of the pie is the number 1, and the outside of the pie is 10. Okay, so we're going to think of each pie slice. We're going to give each pie slice a rating of from 1 to 10. And I'm going to have you you're going to make like your own little visual picture. So the first question is, we're going to do, this is called a life assessment right now. And this is a really important part of your goals. If the
Karen,
first slice of pie, yes.
Karen, I don't mean to interrupt, but are you meaning a pie like that? I'm a little confused, and I've seen a few faces.
A circle on paper, and then like you're making
I think
like it looks like slices.
Okay,
like
There you
that.
go. Yes, that's correct.
that is correct.
Yes.
Okay, you were talking about in the center, so
The center is where the center is going to be where number 1, like the rating of 1 is.
Okay,
and then
the
followed
outside
is 10. Okay.
Okay.
So we're going to think about imagine little concentric circles working their way out.
Okay.
And we're going to have each little triangle is a topic. So the first is money. So one of those sections is money. So I want you to think about your own financial situation. If you have more money than you want or need, and you're able to afford all the things you want, and you feel confident about your investments and your net worth now and in the future, everything is really good, and you know how to handle unforeseen emergencies should they come up. Money is basically a non-issue. You would be a 10 in that section. That means that your whole piece of pie there, that whole little wedge, would all be colored solid because it fully fills that whole area, and it would be a 10. Now, a 1 would be completely unsatisfied. You're struggling to make ends meet. You live paycheck to paycheck. You have a negative net worth. You have a lot of debt, few assets, very little savings. You're unprepared to handle any sort of emergency, and you worry about money all the time. That would be like a little teeny mark at the bottom, but I need you to write your number in that section. Let's say you rate yourself a 5. That means you would be in the middle of that piece, and you could color in half of that piece, that little triangle. So think about 1 is the center, 10 is the outside. How do you think you are right now? And whatever is your initial thought is go with it. Where this is not to overthink it too hard or anything else. It's just like, yeah, I think I'm here, Your next wedge is health. Health is 10. 10 is yours completely satisfied with your health and your weight. You look, you feel your best. You got endless energy. You're free of chronic pain, inflammation, digestive issues, brain fog. You don't think it'd be possible to look or feel any healthier or younger than you feel right now. And then 1 is completely the other direction. You're, you're overweight, you have, lots of health issues, high blood pressure, high cholesterol. You're deeply concerned about your health. Again, we're talking just about yourself, not other people around you, just you. And so where are you in health? Like on a scale of 1 to 10, like for myself, I feel like I'm a 6 right now. I made a lot of progress, but I still have a ways to go. And, but I'm not, I'm not a 1. I know that for sure. Where are you? Next category, home. 10 would be you're extremely satisfied with your home, your level of organization. You love your space that you live in. It's a good reflection of your personal style and preferences. You have good systems in place for planning meals, keeping things tidy, paying bills, laundry, managing your time and to-do list. You generally are on top of it, or you have a way to address it. That would be a 10. And then a 1 would be you feel completely dissatisfied. You don't enjoy your space at all. You wish you wish you lived somewhere different. Your home feels chaotic and messy all the time, and you struggle keeping up with basic tasks. You're always like behind. You feel like you're never on top of it, and your home reflects it. Give yourself a score between 1 and 10. Next is relationships. 10, you feel absolutely happy and satisfied with the most important relationships you have most of the time. You're in a committed, loving relationship with a significant other. Your relationship, your kids, your grandkids, everything in your family, everybody's thriving, and you have a number of close friends you spend time with on a regular basis. The people around you support your goals and they cheer you on, and you feel well loved and cared for. That would be a 10. Or you would be a 1 if you are completely unhappy, dissatisfied with most of your relationships. Your relationship with your significant other is strained or non-existent with frequent fights and hostility. You're estranged from one or more other family members. You have few close friends. You don't spend time with the people you do consider friends, and you struggle to meet people or put yourself out there. Most of the time you feel alone. Where do you rate yourself in relationships? And then purpose is the oh no, we have 2 more wedges, right? Purpose. Purpose is give yourself a 10 if you feel happy and satisfied with your life. You have a deep sense of meaning and purpose. You laugh regularly, you're motivated, you're energized, you pursue your goals and dreams without feeling like there's anything holding you back. And you dare to take risks. You don't feel fearful or burdened by outside events or other people's expectations. And the flip side of that would be you feel completely unhappy or dissatisfied with your life most of the time with no sense of purpose or meaning that's driving you. You often feel like you're drifting. You're just getting by. You're just going through motions. Sometimes you struggle with depression and anxiety. You feel stuck and unmotivated. You find yourself saying no to even to activities and things that you like. You avoid risk. You often find yourself consumed with fear and anxiety about the world or other people's thoughts and actions.
I'm sorry, can I ask you a question?
Yep.
So I got so far financial health, and then the third one, I missed what that was.
It was financial, money, and then it was health. The third one was home, your home environment.
Home. Okay, thank you.
Then we had relationships and then purpose. And then I added a wedge called, I'm going to call it work, because quite a few of us work a job, and I work a job and it consumes a lot of my time. And there are things that I'm on a scale of 1 to 10, well, every day my scale keeps changing at work, it seems like, but But overall, I mean, there's things I need to work on at work. And they have an impact on my life and how I function. So I consider work an important part of this like life assessment so I can put it where it belongs and think about it in relation to other goals that I want to have.
Karen, is what I'm sharing with you on the screen, is that what your page looks
Correct.
like, kind of? Okay.
Yep.
It
And
took
then
me a little bit, so I thought
that's
maybe
fine.
everybody else would. So then,
Yeah.
if
Now
you're,
you're going to color, you're going to like scribble, color, or use a marker and look at your different wedges, and you're going to evaluate like where are you doing great and where are you not doing so great.
so kind of like this, where now these aren't
Yeah,
mine. These are,
love it.
so
Thank you.
yeah,
Yep.
this would be, money would be 3, work would be 6. It took me a
Yeah,
moment. So I figure I'm probably not the only one who needed a visual.
that's
You
okay.
guys, this is what Karen's been describing. And if you need, you can redo yours or, adjust it. But there we go. Thank you, Karen. I'm going to mute
And
myself.
so the thing is I did this exercise at a seminar for work a couple months ago, and I it put me in a bad headspace because I really thought about each category, and when I visually saw where the strong points were and the weak points, I realized why other areas, why things were a struggle in what I was trying to do. Because I was always bumping up against that particular weak area that I didn't really have a plan for or a direction in, and it was affecting all the other things in my life. And so when we get off this meeting tonight, one of your little homeworks is really take some time and think about these areas and what would it take for you to improve that area? If you scored a 5, what is it going to take to make it go to a 6, 7, 8, 9, or 10? What is missing? What needs to happen? And is it important? Is that item, that section important to you right now in your season of life? So I wanna say, make sure that we understand, what does season of life mean? Okay, every single one of us on this call is in a different season of life. I'm 65 years old. I'm going to be 65 years old. I'm in a season where I don't have anybody to take care of at home anymore. And I'm thinking about retirement. And what do I need to do to prepare for retirement? And when am I going to stop working and do something else? And what am I going to do in retirement? Okay. Now, some of you have families and children and babies. You're in a totally different season of life, and your season of life may have significantly changed because of something that happened in your life. And so we're all in different places. It doesn't matter what I am compared to you or your friend is. It's about you thinking about you. And what do you need to do to work toward your goals, and what you need to do to improve them, improve your life. What does your future self need to be where it wants to go? And this is hard. This is hard stuff, because if you don't take the time to, and it's every 90 days, kind of reassess, like, where are you? You're not really making progress, and you haven't defined what progress you need. And so the follow-up to this little life assessment, after you have thoroughly thought about it, is you're going to need to come up with, what does it take in each of those areas? Like, what do you need to do to improve? Do you want to improve anything in that area? Like, maybe your house is a mess, but like you just can't give it the time because of the season of life you're in. So you're going to let that go, but you really need to address your financial situation. And so, so that's a focus. And what'll happen is you're going to come up with five important things that would move your life forward in the next, well, when I was doing this, it was 90 days. We work in 90-day increments. And so you might want to say, I just want to achieve this by, June 30 for a Mary Kay goal. Maybe that's important to you right now. Or you want to think about the next 90 days. What are you going to do? What would you like to celebrate 90 days from now? What would bring you momentum and improvement in your life? And so one thing I noticed a lot, being around a lot of people, is we are all so busy that we don't ever take time just to think about ourselves and what we need. And it's really important because it gives you clarity. That's where clarity comes from. And if we don't have clarity, we are always operating in being overwhelmed, and trying to we're working in urgency mode, and lots of things, and we're just scattered. We are so scattered. And if you can just get yourself to give yourself permission to think and really think about, this would make a big difference in my life. So to do that, what do I need? What do I need? What is that thing that would make a big difference? I'm going to, some of you know this, and I'll be completely transparent. I'm finalizing a divorce. And at the beginning of April, I said by June, I have to have this divorce done. And I was really firm about it. But I realized I needed the divorce done because I needed freedom in some other areas. But what was really fueling this is there's a financial component that is critical to my life right now. And I kept focusing on the divorce, and really momentum for me is in the financial, having choices and having financial stability. And the divorce is a component of it. But I learned that by being quiet and really thinking through the whole process. So I encourage you to think about, how is this little wedge connected to this other wedge? And if you look at your picture that you create, maybe it's telling you a story about where you do or don't spend time working on things. And what can you do? Like, what are some ways to begin solving that? And so, again, preparation for next week is 5. She likes to call it your 5 on fire list. What would move the needle for you in the next 30 days? You will say, wow, I am so proud of myself because I did that. And we think of a lot of things, which means you want to grow. We have dreams because God puts dreams on our heart and gives us those thoughts. But what are we going to do with them? Because we can think about them and we can write them down, but we have to have a plan then. And that's what next week is more about, the plan. So I just hope you will take the time to yourself, and you will not go in a shame or berate yourself or anything else. The truth is really important. And I'm going to tell you, I'm reading a great book called Telling Yourself the Truth. This is a great book that has, there are no excuses in that book. It is rough to read. I'm going to tell you it's rough to read, but it's very good. And it creates the clarity that generates the action. There's another great book. Here's another one. God's Got You. I know some of my friends are reading this. I know some people, one of the girls got a book from Cynthia's group, or no, Anna's group. And this book also has some of the information I talked about, actually is from this book as well, and about our goals in our life and taking time for what's important. I'm just going to end with, as you're looking at this list or your little thoughts, is to really dig into your what and your why. What do you need to change? Why should you change it? Because if your why isn't strong enough, you will be unmotivated. You'll give up. That's a known fact. It's proven over and over. So it's not about making fluffy statements and I'm going to be blah blah, it's about, well, what do I need to change? Why is that important to me? Not only that, it's why. So I need to get financially strong. Why? So I can have choices. Why? Well, I'd like to do this. Why? Keep asking yourself why. You'll keep asking yourself why, and I guarantee you'll hit a point where you will have tears in your eye, and then you've hit the bottom of that why, and that's it. That is the real reason that you need to focus on. Okay, I'm done.
Wow. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Thank you.
I want you all to, I'm not kidding. Taking time, give yourself permission to take the time to think about your life right now. It's the best thing you can do. And if you are in your head going, I can't do it, I can't do it, like it, okay, then I'm going to challenge you to think about that. What are you afraid of? What's keeping you
oh my
from
God.
doing that?
Oh, that's so
Okay, I'll
good.
answer questions too. Who has a question?
Yeah, I know. It's a little bit over, so if you have to get off, we understand. But if you want to stay on, we would love to, have a Q&A if you have questions or comments. Want to thank Karen. Anything? Come off mute.
Okay, I have a question. On the 5 things that we're thinking of, do you want us to handle this a one pie piece at a time, or the 5 things for all the pie pieces at a time
So you're going to end up with 5 things by
per
reviewing
pie
all
piece?
five things that you'd like to improve that will move your life forward. But it might be, maybe it could be 3 of those things are just from one area. Maybe you have something from each area. Maybe you have all 5 things from one area. They all need to be focused on. Like, it's just looking at what would move your life forward the most. If you're hot, like, here's a good example. If you feel your home life is always a wreck and disorganized and chaotic, it's kind of hard to do a good job maybe in another area without bumping up against that all the time. So maybe it's time to just pick one small area in the home that you want to really tackle and check that off, and you'd be so happy, and it would help you function better, which then would improve maybe other areas as a bonus,
Okay.
But until you take the time to really ponder what that is, you won't know that. You'll still be
Right.
operating, and you'll be your head will be talking about, oh, this room is always a mess. I can't function. I can't find anything. I'm just going to quit and go take a nap.
Yeah, because my first reaction when you said that was like, okay, 5 things per pie piece
Nope.
is what she's talking about.
Nope.
And I wanted to go take a nap or watch a movie.
Right.
Okay.
Now,
I can
okay,
do
now,
that.
so here's a real fact. Wanting not to do this, wanting to go take a nap, wanting to, no, I'm not doing this. This is stupid. Like all of that is your brain telling that all it is it's information. Your brain is going, no, no, we're not going to do that because we don't know what that looks like, and we don't. Nope. We play it safe. And when you play it safe, you hit what's called your upper limit, and you do not break your upper limit. You stay in your box, and that's how you go a whole year. And at January 1st, you go, what did I really do? I didn't do anything. I didn't accomplish what I thought I was going to accomplish.
Yes.
So break that box, break that upper limit.
It's a
Don't let your mind,
self-imposed glass ceiling.
right. Don't let your mind play with you. Don't let those emotions play with you.
Okay.
Go, I
Thank
got it.
you.
I got it. I got it, mind. I've got it. I'm in control, not you.
Anybody else?
I'm trying so hard to limit my nap times. Yesterday, I accidentally took a 2-hour nap. And I'm like, I didn't mean to. I just kept sitting in. And I lost so much time. I was so guilty of it.
Well, and I would challenge you, Deb, to say maybe that's the best thing you could have done. Take a nap because
Hi, Michelle.
you're just tired.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah. So don't beat yourself up. Maybe you're disappointed because you wanted to do other things. So,
Mm,
but maybe your body was telling you what you really needed to do. So just, you give yourself a little grace and then get back on track.
right.
Right.
Mhm. So, anybody else?
Thank you, Karen. This was really, really good. Deep thinking.
Yeah. Deep thinking.
Yes, I took
Mhm.
a lot of notes. Thank you, Karen.
Yes. So, thank you, Karen. I can't wait till next week. I took a lot of
Next week
notes
will be
too.
more fun.
Next week will be more fun.
Yeah. We'll come up with that wildly important goal. Yep.
Okay. All right.
Yep.
Well, then we will see you girls next week. If you have any questions or comments, make sure and put them in the Facebook page or message me. All right. Thanks and have a great week.